Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks Peter, there's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium and I've been hit by it too.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here, things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Bellingham. And it's Frattesi. Look at the space here. Barella! He's got away with one there. So what can they make of this? Barella. And it's Frattesi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Retegui unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That is good alertness. Tonali. Madrid so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Barella showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Mancini wins the duel this time.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Tonali. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, with this guy, Peter, Antonio Rudiger, you've got to think they'll be playing a high line. His athleticism and pace in recovery are both going to be critical. But I just feel he understands the art of defending better than most. No surprise, given his footballing education, of course.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Italy with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he gets rid in a hurry. That'll be a throw. Vinicius Junior. Bellingham providing an outlet on that flank. That is ended up in no man's land. And that's going up front in a hurry. Quality ball. And here's Mbappe. He's under a lot of pressure there. Almost half an hour in now. And that is a little undercooked. Barella. And now the breakaway. Now it's Frattesi. Retegui. Valverde. Howson. Oh, it's come loose. And that's been won straight back. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Politano. And it's Tonali. Alexander-Arnold cuts out the pass. Valverde. And they're quick to get it back. Bellingham. Played out to the right. Looking to play him in. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Retegui was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Knocks it into space. Bellingham is onto this. Politano. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Tonali. Vinicius Junior. Valverde. And there's the end of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway. Chance for a shot! He scored! And the second half is off to a flyer! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have our breakthrough.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
He's on it, can he get away? Goes for a shot! And he comes up trumps again.
Retegui really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save.
Deftly away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Threads one in. And here's Valverde. Bastoni does well to stand firm and defend it. And it's Fratesi. The defence opting here for... Tries a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Italy really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now it's Mbappe.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Big chance!
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent. He's had a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. He got amongst the goals here, and now he takes his leave.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
Tries to pass it through. Politano. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this...
And a chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Mbappe has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Nicely weighted ball. Can he get it through? Now it's Tchouaméni. Oh, smashing header! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's there to retrieve it. And here's Politano. Now, what about a counter-attack? Camavinga. Tries to play it through. Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's nice. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Bellingham. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. And the score is 1-0.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Cross to the back post. Can he finish? And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
El dorsal 12 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 21.
And here's
El
Fascioli.
dorsal 4. El dorsal
Well
2.
seen,
Se
saw
va a
that coming.
realizar un
That
cambio
was
de
well
jugadores.
played.
Shoots! It's in! Italy are back in business! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Italy grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Fascioli, there he goes, motoring forward. Italy claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Corner number 3 coming up.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Eder Militao.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And it's Pellegrini.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And that is as far as they're going to go. It's a quick ball upfield. They get a throw in. Well, there's the clearance.
Habrá 5 minutos
Just
de
seeing the board
descuento.
now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Italy have reclaimed it. Zaccagni. Tonali. Barella. Brahim Diaz. Floated through. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And the flag has stayed down. He's picked his way through. Udogi. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other, but it wasn't to be. And so welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
And as you can see, we've already started here. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Rudiger. Back into the middle. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, the contributions made by Barella, I think, will be key here, Peter. He loves to take up that right half space, we know that, but while he...
Mbappe! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Madrid have their second corner now. And he gets rid in a hurry. It's gone backwards.
I would think that was the wisest choice.
Eder Militao. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
That's very neat. Valverde. Tchouaméni. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Shot a goal! Now, who's going to be first to this? It's a really well-measured ball. Now, they can break here. Di Lorenzo. Tonali.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Fratesi is in a really good position out wide. Valverde. Now it's Di Marco. Oh, cracking ball. Now it's Barella. Lovely pass, but... And the finish! Goal, Italy! And Italy score first. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Madrid are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Now it's Retegui. Calafiori. And it's DiMarco. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Bratesi. Now it's Retegui. Now Tonali. Bastoni. Tonali. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And here's Retegui. Great chance! He's missed, but not by that far.
Retegui certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Politano. Back towards the middle. Bellingham calmly anticipates. Now, can they get him away? Bellingham providing an outlet on that flank. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Pass somewhat off target. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Vinicius Junior. Now it's Mbappe. Vinicius Junior. Politano. Now Fratesi. Looking to play him in. He's found the way through. Chance! It's in! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then
Bellingham! And again! Calafiori gets it clear. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Quality ball. And it's Bellingham. And it's made its way to him. And the first 45 minutes are up. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
He's picked his way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Mbappe. Tries to pass it through. Barella. DiMarco. Valverde with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Fratesi. He's looking wide. Can he get onto this? Mancini is there, and he can pick it up. Politano. Tchouaméni.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Nicely weighted ball. Oh, super find. Barella, who's set up one goal so far.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Barella. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And here's Bellingham. And that has been cleared. Barella. Retegui.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Bastoni. Barella. Now it's Fratesi. Played out towards the right wing. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bellingham. Mbappe being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
That's going to go a long way. Retegui, given the lift of his goal, and the counter is on. Tonali does really well to win the ball there. Not the most accurate pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And here's Mbappe.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 5, el dorsal 8, el dorsal 18.
Oh, can he get onto this?
El dorsal 12, el dorsal 14.
Madrid still have the cards to affect this game.
El dorsal 15, el dorsal 21, el dorsal 23, el dorsal 2.
And here's Vinicius Junior.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Udogie looking for options for movement. That looks a good ball through. He's shifting through the gears here. Out to the left it goes. And it's Udogie. And it's Locatelli. And a chance! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Retegui is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. Looking for the run. Neatly clipped into space. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that's fabulous. Decent chance! They've done it! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Madrid get themselves back into contention.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
And claimed it back swiftly. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Fagioli. Tonali, Italy finding their passes. Oh, that's a key interception.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Mancini.
It's looking good from here. It simply has to remain error-free now.
Now Udogie.
2 minutos de descuento.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Udogie. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And that will be the final act. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Madrid have the chance to go the other way.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Goulart has a look up from the right-hand side, seeking out options. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Goulart, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Di Lorenzo gets over and intercepts.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Retegui, and it's made its way to him.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Can he get on the end of this? So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
It's little surprise, Peter, that...
Retegui! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
He's had it taken off him. Barella. First quarter of an hour gone. Howson deals with that comfortably. Mancini spots it and intercepts. And that looks a decent ball. Madrid still without a single shot on target. Rudiger.
That's really good energy, Peter, the way they defend from the front.
And it's Frattesi. Rudiger does really well to win the ball there.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Tries to play it through. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Calafiori. Di Marco. And it's Tonali. Now Fratesi. Now it's Politano. Barella. Fratesi. Goulet. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Can he get it through? That has been knocked clear. Fratesi. And the counter is on. Barella. That's Politano. Chooses to go crossfield. Calafiori. And it's Tonali. Italy looking to pass their way through. Nicely weighted ball. And that has been clubbed away. And it's Tonali. Bellingham. Tchouaméni. Now it's Mbappe. Rudiger.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
And the keeper beats it away. Politano.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Lovely, now then. Oh, shooting chance! They've scored!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Madrid have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Oh, that's well spotted. Bellingham. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Aims beyond the defence. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Madrid leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. And that is expertly dealt with. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. And no, that was never going to make it. Di Lorenzo. And we hit half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Madrid, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Foot in. Good running, strong and purposeful. She's having a shot! Oh, taken with style. Italy are back in business. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Di Lorenzo. Retegui.
We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
That has found him in acres of space. He's picked his way through. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Barella. Now it's Bellingham, and he cuts out the supply. Barella. Now Tonali. And it's Frattesi. Barella. Italy finding their passes. Barella given the lift of his goal. Now it's Politano.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
And here's Retegui, and he's in on goal. Tchouameni, Goulet, played out towards the right wing. Italy appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack.
Oh, he's been takes a shot! Goal, Italy! And the comeback is complete. That was a given, it always was.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Italy take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. This looks very much like a shoring up of the rear guard.
Yeah, and that's not totally surprising. The manager obviously felt his defence needed reinforcement. We can't afford a repeat. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Always onto this. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Udogie is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And here's Keane.
Italy surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And the finish! He's chosen to go back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Zaniolo, and the shot! He should have put that one away.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
That has ended up in no man's land. And now they can spring out of defence. Goulet going full tilt down the left. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Rudiger makes the interception. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
And it's Arda Güler. Out to the left it goes. Tonali. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Locatelli. Oh, that's... Tries a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Udogi. Here's Locatelli. And it's Di Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo making good progress on the right-hand side. Mendy goes on a charge down the left. He has found the way through.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
And there goes the final whistle. Madrid played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected area, but the centre of their defence looked open and very, very unsafe.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game.
Chance! Oh, in he goes again! Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Italy finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Bastoni calmly anticipates. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. DiMarco. Now it's Politano. Madrid leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Alexander-Arnold gets a foot in here. Valverde. That pass has been well intercepted. Fratesi. And here's Politano. No way through, so back it comes. Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Mancini. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's Valverde. Alexander-Arnold picks it up now. Bastoni tries to clear. And that has not gone well. Valverde. Turns back here, probably the best option. Rudiger. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Calafiori. And it's Barella. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. And no surprise, that's a booking. Tonali. Now Fratesi. Now it's Retegui. Barella. Fratesi. Chance for a shot! And he's managed to get rid. DiMarco. Oh, super ball. Shot could be on. Decent chance! He's scored! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
How very smart. He just got it right.
Yeah, I'd rather praise the scorer than criticise the defence here. He stepped forth and conquered.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Calafiori. Now it's Fratesi. Fratesi really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And he's being shifted off it. Vinicius Junior. And it's made its way to him. Can he get it through? Goes for a shot! Goal! And they're back in front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Madrid go into the lead. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Tonali. And it's Fratesi. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Bellingham. Oh, easy pickings there. Fratesi. Now it's Mbappe. Valverde. Nicely weighted ball. Now that's well seen too. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
Madrid head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1. And the game has already resumed here. Fratesi. And here's Retegui. And Mancini. It's a good spell of possession, this. Shoots! And yes, it's there! What remarkable powers of recovery!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful. Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Now, can they get him away? Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And he goes cross-field.
That's a great ball cross-field.
And it's Di Marco. Bastoni.
We're in for an intriguing second half now. Contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
And it's Barella. Barella. Now Tonali. Over to the left. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, it's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. Mbappe.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Italy appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Calafiori. Barella. And it's Tonali. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Alexander-Arnold. Vinicius Junior. And the through ball. This looks promising. He has found the way through. And that is masterful defending. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Tries to pass it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 8, el dorsal 5, el dorsal 18, el dorsal 12, el dorsal 7. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 6, el dorsal 15, el dorsal 23, el dorsal 2, el dorsal 9. Cambio de jugadores.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And that's a throw-in. Gatti. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's picked his way through.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Mancini. Gatti. Oh, there's a probing ball. Italy looking to pass their way through. Madrid keep calm in the face of danger. And it's Zaniolo.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And Locatelli. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Di Lorenzo kept his eye on it, and he's there. Keane. He's on it, can he get away? Cleared without complication. So just one extra minute for stoppages. And that will be it. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Your reflections then, Jim? Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now it's Keane. He's a sharp little ball here. He's in plenty of space here. Mancini. Oh, he's been a real chance! And he's heaved it away.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Out for a throw. Bastoni. Madrid leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. And it's Fratesi. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And they've got rid. Vinicius Junior did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Valverde. Chance here to counter. Quarter of an hour played. Keane proves just a little bit too strong.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's in space and looking for options. And the shot! It's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Eder Militao threads one in.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset. He's been doing ever so well, just reacting faster.
Ah, good steal, he just read it. Has a look and plays it forward. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Italy have got it back and they'll have another go. Knocks it into space. Keane. Nice interception, well timed. Valverde. Now, what about a counter-attack? Di Lorenzo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That's good running with the ball. Now there's big chance! And yes, it's there! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Italy get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Shot a goal! He has done it! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now. Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Barella. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mbappe is flagged offside. Vinicius Junior tries to play it through. Valverde is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, good ball! Tonali now looking to orchestrate a counter. Fratesi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Now it's Mbappe. No, that's been intercepted. Fratesi. Italy finding their passes. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's burst through. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Madrid are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides. Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2. And we are already promptly back underway. And here's Retegui. Bellingham.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Here's Tchouaméni. Madrid looking to pass their way through. Oh, no joy this time. Tonali. Barella. And he's been shifted off it. Valverde. Now it's Retegui.
Such good technique.
That has not gone well. Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Italy appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Fratesi goes steaming forward. Pellegrini, who's set up one goal so far. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tchouaméni. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Goes for a shot! Oh, taken with style! And again they hit the front. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Italy really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Retegui. Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, he's got to be disappointed with that. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Tonali.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Howson, all the way back. Couldn't squeeze it through. Bellingham. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, easy pickings there.
Italy really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Calafiori. Tonali. And he can clear it away. Now it's Mbappe. Ambitious ball here. He can run onto that. Valverde is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Barella. Barella! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Barella has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Italy with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
El dorsal 12.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside.
El dorsal 7. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 15, el dorsal 6, el dorsal 2.
Just 5 minutes remaining now.
El dorsal 4, el dorsal 9.
It's Raspadori. Tries a shot! No mistake! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Carvajal deals with that comfortably. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Magic. What a magical football match, and genuine respect all round. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
Everybody standing for the national anthem of the Netherlands.
Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Weghorst is onto this. Reinders. And it's Simons. Now it's Weghorst.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
I like the look of this fella, Thierry Reinders, Peter. The Dutchman being one of the better all-round midfielders to emerge in recent times. He's energetic, he's intelligent both on and off the ball in the way he reads the game. And he boasts quite a high goal contribution too. So his link-up play gets him in those congested areas, and he comes through with flying colours.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way.
Goulet. He is starved of space and time. He's picked his way through.
Oh, shooting chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Goulet actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Madrid with the corner, they're first.
He's got tall. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Ooh, can he get onto this? Reinders. Xavi Simons. That's a good
Chance! Goal, the Netherlands! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And it's Simons.
Weghorst really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Played out towards the right wing.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Goulet. Reinders. And he's picked out the run. Oh, just skips past his man.
He's had a shot! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time.
And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And here's Mbappe. Timber gets a foot in here.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Reinders. He's got away. The Netherlands trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is
Simons! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Xavi Simons simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement.
Tchouaméni. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Reinders. And the counter is on. Simons. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe. Reinders does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Tchouaméni has given away a free kick. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Passing nice and neat. Tries to play it through. Now this could be a chance. And it's played in. Howson can get it clear. Goulet. Time and again they are repelled. Alexander-Arnold gets over and intercepts. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vinicius Junior. And it's Tchouaméni. Now it's Weghorst. Now it's Grafenberg. The referee's awarded a free kick. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. He's in a great position here. And can he finish? And it's come back out to him. Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are pulling clear here. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind, and they deserve to be, but they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half.
Looks a smashing ball. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Memphis Depay gets into a good position. Shapes to shoot! They've scored! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And they can counter here. Played towards the other side.
Good switch, that.
It's a good run down the right. The Netherlands are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Foot in. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Goulet, and it's Bellingham. Driving forward.
Might want to be careful there.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. To Fry. Xavi Simons gets a good foot in there. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Quickly taken. And it's Memphis Depay. De Jong, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Howson. It's Bellingham. Engages and forces him off the ball. And here's Depay. De Jong. Tchouaméni goes sliding in. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now it's Bellingham. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Reinders. Xavi Simons. Oh, well measured. He's found a way through. Shoots! He scores! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
The Netherlands are having a ball here. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Rudiger, and that's been intercepted. Tchouaméni. Oh, there's a probing ball. No, it's come to nothing. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
We have already started here. Camavinga. Can he get it through? And it's Camavinga. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad, Jules Koundé, a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes, and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little bit of pace to that, and he's a formidable presence at the back.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Doué turns back here, probably the best option. Xavi Simons takes control of it and he's on the move. He's picked his way through. Well read, and the danger is averted. And the shot, it's Memphis Depay! And how good was that? Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
The Netherlands have taken the lead.
Yeah, but it
goes for a shot! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Camavinga certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Simons in with the challenge. Look at the space here. That's a corner kick.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Big chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And it's Simons. Oh, super ball! France are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Oh, it's Dembele. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He has found the way through. And the finish! It's there! And the lead lasts no time at all!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
France grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Memphis Depay. Simons. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Xavi Simons really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
And it's Camavinga. Memphis Depay.
This is the time you need that pace.
Camavinga. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now he's off and running. And he's intervened well there. Xavi Simons. Goes looking wide. Xavi Simons goes steaming forward. Dembele.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Timber. Timber going full steam ahead down the left flank. And he cuts out the supply. Reinders. It's a good spell of possession, this. Tries a shot! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. To review the first half.
France really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Looking to play him in. That's a shade optimistic. Played out wide. And it's lofted through here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Upamecano. Saliba. Just eases him off the ball. And he skips past his man. He's found a way through. Simons. Nice interception, well timed. And the shot! Goal, the Netherlands! And they're back in front. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
The Netherlands get themselves into the lead. Doué! And he hits the net! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Xavi Simons showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Reinders. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. The Netherlands appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves...
Shot, surely! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Doué really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 7.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Le numéro 6. À leur place, le numéro 9. Le numéro 11. Le numéro 25. Changement en cours.
Reinders can get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. France still have the cards to affect this game. Looking chance for a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Great defending, strong and determined. Well, that is one way to stop him. Koundé has been caught there, it's a foul. Cleared without complication. Ball's gone out of play. Mbappe under intense pressure.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Ball's out once more. Gravenberg. Konate. That's a cute ball.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Gakpo. Oh, that's fabulous. Now it's Brobbey. Brobbey was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Brobbey. Tchouaméni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, well measured. Great chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught on it here. Lovely bit of skill. Chooses to go back. He's going for goal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Kanté clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 22.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Le numéro 10.
Stefan de Vrij.
Le numéro
Well, they
3.
shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Attention.
And here's Depay. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Can he get on the end? Takes a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Oh, that's incredible! Late in the day, this could well be it! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
The Netherlands take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
4 added minutes on the board. He's got away. Shelton. That is lovely. Now it's... Can he finish? Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was this. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained.
Great chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
I think he did really well to get the shot away, to be honest, given how much pressure he was under at the time.
And that has left him in a heap. Doué. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this guy, Theo Hernandez, for me, has evolved into one of the best fullbacks, Peter. Certainly in terms of attacking contributions. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone as good as he is in the final third, especially with the movement that allows him to receive the ball in those little pockets of space.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly, actually, at both ends. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. So what can they make of this? And he was quick to react. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Reinders. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Dembele, and it's Camavinga. Can he get it through? Reinders, chance here to counter. France still without a single shot on target. Xavi Simons, and here's Depay. And it's made its way to him. Shot at goal! They just took too long getting forward.
Weghorst cannot be that slow, and it took the sting out of the break, and a big chance wasted.
Now it's Memphis Depay. He's in a great position here. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Out for a throw. Reinders. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. The Netherlands have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Simons. Oh, that was vital.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Now it's De Jong. And this is Depay. Well, that looks a decent... He's had a shot! Goal, the Netherlands! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage...
Chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Short changes him with that pass. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Simons. Not the most accurate pass. And reclaimed it in a trice. Dembele. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's Camavinga. And he's in on goal! Brilliantly cut out. Xavi Simons. Tchouaméni does well to get it back. Plays a sharp little ball here. And that was very necessary. And that's been won straight back. Saliba. And it's Tchouaméni. Some really good ball movement. Doué unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Temps additionnel,
De Jong.
1 minute.
He's got away. And this is Depay. That's going to go a long way. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And there's the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
France can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they...
And the finish! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
France with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. That has not gone well. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Memphis Depay. And Gravenberg. Frimpong. Now, can they get him away? Wriggles his way through. Reinders making good progress on the right-hand side. Simons. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
Have beautifully policed that mid, handcuffed.
Tchouaméni.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
France still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Xavi Simons gets into a chance! Oh no, this does not look good! Tchouaméni. So Jim, what are you thinking?
France are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Hernandez aims beyond the defence. Hernandez. Here comes the cross. And Dijk gets it away. And he's only too happy to take that back. And it's Tchouaméni. And it's Tchouaméni. Threads one in. It's a good-looking... It's a mighty effort! It's in! France are back on level terms. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 6.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Le numéro 22. Le numéro
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, played through for the wide man. That is lovely. Klaus. Olise. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Koopmeiners. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Upamecano clears. Played out wide. And it's Koopmeiners. Gravenberg. The Netherlands finding their passes. And they've got rid. And Schouten. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
The Netherlands clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Saliba. Upamecano. Klaus. Searching pass he's played there.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Very nicely done. Oh, that's fabulous. Mbappe! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Timber. And the counter is on. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, neither side could...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals.
Dembele! Goal! Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So, a breakthrough already. And it's Simons. Xavi Simons. He's being urged to shoot. Doué. He's had it taken off him. Upamecano promptly onto that, and that is that. Pinches it off him. Reinders. Oh, that's delightful. Can he get it through? And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's quick to get it clear again. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. They get a throw in. Doué. Gravenberch. Memphis Depay. Oh, it's Dembele.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, that's clever. Reinders. The Netherlands look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Now it's Mbappe.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Timber. And it's Simons. Reinders. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Koundé. And now the breakaway. Gravenberch. And it's De Jong. Looking tidy in possession here. Reinders. Doué. Oh, it's Dembele. Xavi Simons. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Mbappe. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Koundé's cross. Reinders. Over to the left. And he's there to retrieve it. De Jong. Reinders. This is De Jong. And here's Xavi Simons. Now it's Memphis Depay. Hernandez. Camavinga. Timber makes the interception. Xavi Simons. That pass has been well intercepted. Weghorst. France looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Chouameni has given away a free kick. And it's Memphis Depay. Great ball, and he's in here. Goes for a shot! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Xavi Simons. Memphis Depay. Shifted it to the flank. Weghorst. Picked out brilliantly. Konate with the clearance. Dembele given the lift of his goal. Looking for options for movement. And that's put paid to a promising move. He's got away. And it's Reinders.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Camavinga. De Jong. Memphis Depay. Oh, well played, well played. And this could be the final action of the first half. And he's there to get it away. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Merci d'accueillir
I
nos
think
joueurs.
on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
France have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
The message is clear, none shall pass. Van Dijk. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Camavinga. Koundé. And Konate. That's a lovely pass.
France are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
And it's Camavinga. And Konate. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Still just a single goal between the sides. Frimpong. Stefan de Vrij. Now that looks a decent ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Xavi Simons. And it's Memphis Depay. Can he get on the end of this? No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And he shoots! He scores! The Netherlands are level. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
The Netherlands are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 24. Le numéro
Both sides
6.
then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
À leur place.
That
Le
has
numéro
certainly
11.
made things
Le
interesting.
numéro 25.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Knocks it into space. Real chance! No way through, so back it comes. Conte. France perhaps contemplating their next change here. Kluivert. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Hernandez. The Netherlands appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Kluivert. Timber. Gravenberg. And it's Reinders. Looking for the run. Oh, super find. Little doubt, that is a foul. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, I suppose the other choice, Peter, would have been to let your opponent score, so he had no other option.
Changement pour la France. Le
It's a
numéro
good
10.
30-35 yards out, this.
Le numéro 5. À leur place, le numéro 12. Le numéro 3. Digne. Le numéro 21. Changement.
Olise. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Olise. Saliba. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. France clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Nice interception, well timed. And he's there to belt it away. Passing nice and neat. And he's gone looking for safety. Now it's Brobbey. It's run loose here. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
And it's Kluivert. Memphis Depay. That's the keeper's ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Digne.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Confirmation that there will be 2-minute stoppage time. Memphis Depay. Oh, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. And it's Koopmeiners. Thuram is the guilty party there. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Decent chance! Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. We're ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
Everybody standing for the national anthem of the Netherlands. They have thrown down the gauntlet with that anthem. Now to match it. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
And already we're underway here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, this guy, Theo Hernandez, comes from a family with great pedigree, although he's a very different player to his older brother, who's a fine player in his own right. But Theo is about dynamism, pace and energy. He just loves to get on that front foot.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim.
Koundé, can he get it through?
Dembele gets into a good position. Out of play for a throw. Dembele,
And it's Koundé.
Koundé's cross. De Vrij attempts a clearance. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. And the counter-attack is on for France.
Camavinga.
There he goes, motoring forward. Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams. Now, what about a counter-attack?
Camavinga. Doué. And it's Memphis Depay.
Played into space. Oh, he's found support out wide. That's good play. And this is Depay.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Oh, good-looking ball. And this is Dembele. And that's played in low. And he's there to clear it.
Now it's Memphis Depay. Reinders.
Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Shot! Goal! Goal! The Netherlands!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
The Netherlands are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Memphis Depay.
France are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Shot, surely! And yes, it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So that's 2 now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Weghorst.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And it's Doué. Oh, good read. Tchouaméni. Camavinga. Here's Tchouaméni. Over to the left. Back into the middle. And here's the chance to counter. No, he's not getting past him there. Camavinga. Oh, there's a probing ball. Xavi Simons. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And here's Camavinga. It's a really well-measured ball. Timber going full tilt down the left. And now the breakaway. And he was quick to react. He has found the way through. Referee's had a good look and given a corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And he'll shoot here! No, he got that all wrong.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Van Dijk picks it up from the goal kick. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Tchouaméni, and it's Simons.
Temps additionnel.
Passing nice and neat. Camavinga. And this is Depay. Tchouaméni. And the half-time whistle goes. Any strong opinions on the first half?
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those 2 goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game, and it's easier said than done, as we know.
Et les voici. Merci à tous d'accueillir nos joueurs. Changement pour la France. Le numéro 6. Pour le remplacer.
And we're underway again.
11.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Doué. Not the most convincing of passes. Now it's Mbappe.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Memphis Depay. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And he has shown him a yellow card. France do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly...
Shapes to shoot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are pulling clear here. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
A case now of complete control. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Reinders. Xavi Simons. Looking tidy in possession here. The Netherlands are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Timber does really well to win the ball there. France do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Doué wins the duel this time.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And it's Reinders. Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay! Superb from Depay! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would have...
And the shot! Goal, the Netherlands! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
The Netherlands are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal. And a
chance, surely! Saka. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Timber. Taken back almost at once. Zubimendi. He's picked his way through. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Eze making good progress on the right-hand side. Ball's gone out of play. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Timber. Might be danger here. And here's Reinders. Can he finish? They've scored! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
The Netherlands are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
It's a mighty effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. And that's put paid to a promising move. Reinders. Oh, that is a good ball to find him.
Arsenal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And the shot! Goal! Can he get on the end of this? Timber. Alex Simons. Chance here to counter. De Jong charging forward, the ball at his feet. Gabriel. Well, that looks a decent ball. Saka receives it in a wide position. Reinders. Oh, that's a key interception. Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Eze. Oh, that's superb. Odegaard is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Looking tidy in possession here. Eze! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
And it's made its way to him.
The Netherlands have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And he's intervened well there. Xavi Simons. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Eze short changes him with that pass. Timber. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. And he cuts out the supply. Xavi Simons. Weghorst. Reinders. It's a pretty loose pass. And the ball's gone astray. And he's been shifted off it. Havertz. Saliba. Arsenal are looking to break at pace. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Weghorst. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Gravenberg. Eze.
There will be
Odegaard.
1 minute added time.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. He won't be happy with that one. Oh, good read. And the referee brings the first half to a close. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
And the boss is going to be disappointed
Everyone,
with the
please
way
welcome
his
the
team
team
just
five.
switched off for those 2 goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game. And it's easier said than done, as we know.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Oh, he's found support out wide. He has found the way through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Gravenberg. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Threads one in. Oh, no joy this time. Saliba.
Welcome to modern football. You get hounded by everyone.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
No way through there. And the counter is on. Saka. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And this is Depay, and the flag has stayed down. And a chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
Was 62,005.
The Netherlands find a position of real strength now. Timber. Now Simons. And it's Reinders. Oh, good-looking ball. It's Memphis Depay! And he hits the net! Just cruising! They are cruising! And that really is so impressive. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Harrison gets his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Doué, Dembele, Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Goulet. Vinicius Junior. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
This man Rudiger's going to be a very stern test for any attacker to beat, Peter. He's amongst the smartest defenders around with his positioning, and he's got the pace and strength to deal with the quickest opponent. He's not going to fall for cheap tricks either. He's just not that type to dive into tackles.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. And it's Arda Güler. Bellingham. Konate. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Now it's Doué. Doué. And he's only too happy to take that back. Goulet. Ambitious ball here. Oh, Red, nice interception. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. First quarter of an hour gone. Mbappe chasing after it. He's shifting through the gears here. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's done very well to take that shot, surely! Goal! France! And France are in front. And that was as close to certain as can be.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
France have taken the lead.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
That has ended up in no man's land. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's clever. Doué. Oh, that's neat. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Well timed, excellent interception.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Howson spots it and intercepts. And here's Mbappe. Koundé did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Vinicius Junior. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Dembele really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And now the breakaway. Tchouaméni. Camavinga with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Looking for the run. That's good vision. Ah, that's a fine interception. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And it's Camavinga. Good pressure, determined, intense.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And here's Dembele. No, he refuses to take the bait. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, that's well spotted. Distributed tidily. Now it's Doué. Oh, that pass isn't the best. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
There's the whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Tchouameni, now it's Mbappe. The message is clear, none shall pass. Neatly clipped into space. Real chance here. And this is Dembele. Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. Madrid present their opponents with the best possible chance here to increase the lead. It's bounced back off the post. Defending of the desperate variety. He's a sharp little ball here. Pass somewhat off target. Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold. France appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Konate clears it away. And the counter is on. Madrid still this single goal behind. In with the challenge. Alexander-Arnold plays it through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Goal kick, as confirmed by the referee.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
We have
15,
got changes here
el
from
dorsal
both sides, in
5,
fact.
El dorsal 18 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 21,
Mendy.
el dorsal 30, el dorsal 23.
Picked out brilliantly. Oh, well played, well played.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Sticks it away! They have come roaring back!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all...
Oh, what has happened here? Bullish header! It's in! And the comeback is complete! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And they can counter here. He is through here.
France really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Knocks it into space. Pass is just off target. Oh, can he get onto this? Hernandez gets over and intercepts. Guendouzi, there he goes, motoring forward. They want to be quick to recover this. And here's Guendouzi. Mendy.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That ball looks a good one. And he's found a real chance! He's scored! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
And yes, it's him again. Madrid go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Hernandez. Saliba. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. That is good alertness. And it's been given away. And he's away. And he's in on goal. Oh, sweet feet. Hernandez gets a foot in here. And that will be the final act. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
And already we're underway here. And he's in on goal. Güler! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Güler really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Definitely not one of his best. France have the chance to go the other way. And it's Arda Güler. Güler. Looking to play. Goes for a shot! Tchouaméni is flagged offside. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, no joy this time. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Olise. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Great vision. Doué receives it in a good position here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were...
Can he finish? Off the post! Goal! France!
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Could be danger here. And it's made its way to him. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Olise, driving forward. He's found the way through. Steaming on goalwards. Tchouameni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
He's being urged to shoot.
Shapes to shoot!
Now, what about a counter-attack? And that's another good win of the ball. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. France trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Played back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
That's been slipped through.
Just the goalkeeper to beat. And the shot! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produce something out of nothing there. A few seconds.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He's having a good look here. A real chance then to ease this unpleasant predicament. And it's Alexander Arnold.
Takes a shot!
Out for a throw. Konate. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. For Olise. Great defending, strong and determined. Mbappe! And he's quick to get it clear again. Throw in. Tchouameni. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Oh, sweet feet. That's good defending, very good defending.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Mbappe producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's on it, can he get away? He's
Tries a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Goulet. Now, can they get him away? Mbappe providing an outlet on that flank. Mignon claims it without any fuss. And it's half-time here. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Here we go again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Goulet. And it's Bellingham. Madrid finding their passes. And here's Mbappe. And he's got the beating of his man. And he's made sure that's not getting through. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Howson. And it's Arda Güler. Turns and goes back. Tchouaméni. And now the breakaway. Conte. That's beautifully weighted. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. And that's put paid to a promising move. France are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan. There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Brilliantly cut out. Alexander-Arnold.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
It's Bellingham. Floated through. Oh, shooting chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, such a clever touch. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Quickly taken. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Olise proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical.
Oh no, this does not look good. There's the shot! Loose, and it's come back out to him. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Tchouaméni. Goulet. And it's Tchouaméni. Here's Tchouaméni. And here's Vinicius Junior. This looks promising. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Now it's Olise. Now it's Mbappe.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Olise. Eder Militao spots it and intercepts. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Shot could be on. Koundé gets good distance on it.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Back into the middle. It's not an especially good pass, that. Bellingham. Bellingham. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Tchouaméni. It's Bellingham. And it's Arda Güler. Güler proves just a little bit too strong. He's through, now is he in? Well, that is one way to stop him. Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Tchouaméni.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
And the finish! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be. Oh, he's been caught on it here. France clearly now in lead preservation mode. Olise. It's the return pass. There'll be a minute of stoppage time. Oh, it's Dembele. Great ball if he can get there. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Madrid have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.